Hi everyone, today I wanted to talk about Sun in the 11th house. So, this is part of the Sun sign series. Depending on which house of the zodiac wheel your Sun sign falls in. So, it doesn't matter what your actual zodiac sign is, this has to do with the house placement. And every house in your zodiac chart represents a certain area of your life. So, the 11th house basically has to do with your social network, your friends, how you socialize. So it's your friends circle basically. So when you have your sun in the 11th house, the sun represents the ego, the identity, your sense of self. It's a very core part of who you are. It's the masculine assertive side of you because the sun is masculine energy. So it represents a lot of those qualities in you. So it represents who you identify as, in a very core sense. So when you have your sun in the 11th house, which has to do with your social networks and things like that, you could be someone who very strongly identifies with their circle of friends. So what I mean by that is your sense of self, because the sun is your identity and sense of self, your sense of self may be very strongly connected to the kind of friendships you keep or the kind of friends you have. So you may actually go out of the way to make friends. So you may be the kind of person who has a large number of friends, but they may not be like your best friends, so to speak. So you may believe in quantity over quality. So I'm not saying that you don't have good friends. I'm just saying that the larger the circle of your friends, the better you may feel about yourself, or you may feel like you've achieved more if you have a larger social circle. Now, the sun also represents, like I said, the ego and identity. So, you may also leverage your friendships and your social networks to climb up in your career. So, what I mean by that is you may use your social circle as leverage for advancing your career or advancing your profession and just doing better in society. So that's one of the things to keep in mind. So you could have a sun sign in a zodiac. You could have your sun sign in a zodiac sign which is known to be much more reserved, right? So you could be, let's say, a water sun sign, or you could be an earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or you could be a water sign, which are generally known to be a little bit more reserved, a little bit more introverted in their nature. But because you have your sun in the 11th house, you could actually be far more social than a lot of your fellow zodiac sign counterparts. So for example, if you have a Cancer sun sign, Cancers are known to be very reticent. Like, unless they feel safe in an environment, they're not going to really go and approach anybody like that, or they're not going to just go up and socialize that easily, because they kind of feel out the room first before they approach anybody. But in your case, because you've got the sun in the 11th house, you may actually find it easier to approach people, or strike up conversations and things of that sort. Now, I also need to add that the 11th house is traditionally ruled by Aquarius. And Aquarius, being an air sign, is also known for its humanitarian nature. So they're very involved in helping society as a whole, in uplifting humanity, in doing things that can make life better for human beings on the planet. So you actually may be the kind of person who believes very strongly in certain ideologies. So you may take up a social cause, you may believe in certain forms of justice or certain kind of reforms. You may strongly believe in helping the underdog, so to speak, where you want to help people who are probably less fortunate than you are, or who have not been given or handed a lot in life. So you may be the kind of person who actually wants to do that for society. Now, I also want to add that Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and so it's very the sign of Aquarius is very technology oriented. It's a very futuristic sign. So they're very vision oriented. They are future thinkers. So having your sun in the 11th house may give you some of these qualities, where you may actually be very tech savvy in the literal sense, like you may be very good with gadgets and technology and that sort of thing, or you could actually use technology to help people in some way. So you may be in a profession which actually does that, or you could be the kind of person who is very much of a visionary, where some of your ideas may be way ahead of its times. So if you tell people about your ideas, a lot of people may not understand it because it's something very futuristic. It's something that has not been thought of yet. So you may be that kind of person as well. The sun in the 11th house definitely gives you more of a sociable disposition. So I'm not saying that other signs are socially awkward, nothing like that. But because you have your sun, which is such an important part of your personality, it's your ego. Because you have it in a sign, in a house which is like the 11th house, which has to do with your friends and social circle, you may be very outgoing as a person. You may be quite an extrovert. You may like to be the life of the party, so to speak, and you may have a large circle of friends. So that may be a very important part of who you are and how you associate with, so that is a little bit about the sun in the 11th house. If you like this reading, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and drop in a comment in the comment box. Let me know your experiences if you have a sun in the 11th house. And I also wanted to say I'm taking bookings for personal readings. So if you want to get a natal chart analysis done of your own birth chart, I do both tropical and sidereal. If you want to get a relationship compatibility done, so for example, you like someone, you have a crush on someone, or let's say you are already in a relationship and you want to know what the flavor of the relationship is going to be like, you can contact for a synastry chart reading as well. And I also do tarot card readings. So you can ask me questions related to any aspect of your life and I would do a tarot card reading for you as well. If you want to contact me for a reading, drop me a message on Facebook or email. Facebook, it's facebook.com/Venusianscorp, and email is astroluck111@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I've posted both the links in the description box, so you can easily contact me through any of the links. And I'll see you soon, very soon, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.